Alright, JD Bass here from JD Bass Live Sound. I'm going to do a product review tonight on a mixer that I've had the pleasure of using, and this is the Yamaha MG32/14FX. Beautiful, beautiful mixing board. Comes standard with these wooden sides right here, as you can see. Kind of a dark rosewood kind of look. And just run through some of the features real quick. You have your trim or your gain, an 80 hertz roll-off button. Get rid of some of the low end if you want to. And then your high EQ, your mid shelf, and your mid boost or cut right here for the mid shelf frequency. And your low frequency. The low is at 100 hertz. Then you have 4 separate auxiliary outputs, which is really nice to have. And then effects 1 and 2, and we'll get into these in a little bit. And then, of course, your pan knob, which is right here, marked on red. And your on-off button, which Yamaha is notorious for. And then down here you have your PLF, and here's your groups 1 and 2 button, groups 3 and 4 button, stereo button, and of course your channel fader right here. So every single channel has the same, except for once you get to these stereo channels, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31 and 32. These 4 channels do not have the pad, and they also don't have the roll-off switch at 80 hertz. Besides that, they have everything else that all the rest of the different channels have. So it's got a very nice feel to it. Also, I forgot to show you, up here you have your phantom power on for the first 8, the next 8 you have another one, and the next 8 you have another one. So for the first 24 channels you have phantom power, which is switchable right here at this switch right at the top. Okay, going through the effects, what you have here are 2 different channels for effects, and like I showed you before, all of these white knobs here are your effects 1 and 2 for each channel. And so essentially what you have here is effects 1 on this side and effects 2 on this side. Tap delay, which I think is really nice. This little button right here. With your tap delay, you just tap in the beat, and then that delay syncs with whatever you tap. So they're just like regular channels in the fact that you have faders for the amount of the effect you want to apply, and you can fade it in and out. They also have the on-off switches, so if you're getting feedback or you have any problems at all, it's really easy to just shut that off. Just get rid of it, just like that. Groups 1, 2, 3, and 4 right here. Independent faders for each one. There's a mono output, and you can also have a low-pass filter turned on. So in that case, you could run just this out to a subwoofer if you wanted to. Really nice. And then your master volume, which is your left and right. Right here is your headphone, independent volume right here, headphone jack, high quality. And then here's your talkback microphone, which is really nice to have, especially when running live sound for other bands. You can apply the talkback to either the stereo coming through the PA, or you can have it go through your auxiliary 1 through 4, so basically through your monitors if you wanted to. And 2-track in, if you're running a CD player or something, MP3 player or something like that, in between bands, if you're doing multiple bands or while you're taking a break. Here you go with your volume, and that's linked to the RCA inputs on the back, the 2-track inputs. Of course, on top here, your auxiliary sends right here, and these would be for each one of your monitors, 1 through 4. 5 and 6 would be if you're getting rid of your effects by pressing this 5 and 6. What you have here is your stereo and your PLF, or you can flip this button here and you can see groups 1, 2, 3, and 4, and be able to visualize where they are in terms of your gain structure. So that's kind of a nice feature. Also, if you want to, a 3-pin XLR lamp, 12-volt input right here. Another option I didn't mention. So let's go ahead and hit the back. You have your mono output right here, left and right output, and right here you have your sub out, sub stereo out. You have a foot switch right here, and then you also have stereo insert right there. You have groups 1 through 4 output, so group ins 1 through 4 right here. You also have your auxiliary sends 5, 6, and your effects 1 and 2, auxiliary sends 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then your returns right in here. You also have down in here your record out and your 2-track in, like I was talking about before. Now we're getting right in here into the channels, and these first 4 channels, actually they'd be the last 4, but they're stereo channels, so they have a left and right input basically right here and here, and these last 2 here actually have a RCA input if you wanted to use that as well. So moving on, all the rest of these have an insert, an input, and also a XLR, a high quality XLR, and that goes all the way down the rest of the board. So wrap this up just by saying that this has been an outstanding mixer. If you look at my live sound videos that I've been doing, every single one of them I was able to mix the bands very well using these different features built into the board. I do have outboard compressors that I usually run for vocals and bass guitar. But besides that, all the EQing I pretty much run right off the board right here, except for my monitor mixes, which I have EQs for each one of those. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this product review of the MG32/FX by Yamaha.